The crypto markets are looking pretty boring at the moment, but it's crypto and things can change very fast. In 11 days from now, we might see some very bullish activity in the market, which we'll cover in this video. And we're seeing massive whale accumulation of one particular altcoin that's already done a 1,334x from its ICO price. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, altcoinbuzz.io, and as always, not financial advice, and wish the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Alright you guys, so despite the endless good news that keeps coming out, Bitcoin's price and pretty much the altcoin price is just slowly drifting down. Some altcoins going faster than others. Bitcoin is holding below this level here, which is not ideal. This is the midpoint around $99,000. We keep wicking up into this and are coming down. I do think, like a lot of times with liquidations, the price came down here and then it instantly reverted back up. But usually, we don't have a V reversals off the bottom and we don't just continue much higher. So I think, unfortunately, we are going to drift back down towards this $92,000 level unless some crazy, amazing news comes out. But we've had a lot of crazy, amazing news recently, and the price is still like this. So there needs to be some kind of narrative shift in the market, something for us to get, something for us to look forward to. Right now, there's pretty much nothing. Even though we keep having great news, nothing is really, bringing the attention of the masses. So unfortunately, I think we are going to come back down here to at least $92,000 and retest this wick. And everyone who basically bought the dip here is probably going to be forced to either sell or hold on a little bit longer, because I do think we are probably coming back down here, maybe after a little touch of $99,000 today. But moving on, even though the price in the short term, I do think will go down, I think we are very bullish on the long term. And we had Trump's appointed Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, saying this:
"Every time Bitcoin dips, I'm going to be the buyer."
And then we also had the crypto and AI czar, David Sachs, saying this about Bitcoin in the Sovereign Wealth Fund.
Feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. You said that's being studied. It's one of the first things that's on the table here. What goes into that process? Is that something that would be standalone, or is that something that could potentially be tucked into, say, a sovereign wealth fund, which has been the speculation today on the heels of that executive order?
I guess it's possible that the Sovereign Wealth Fund could decide that they want to make Bitcoin or digital assets part of its portfolio. You're going to have to ask the incoming Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, about that. The item that President Trump asked our working group on digital assets to study is whether it's feasible to create either a Bitcoin reserve or some sort of digital asset stockpile. And so we're going to be looking at that question. We haven't committed yet to doing it, but it's one of the first things we're going to be looking at.
So with all this great news, at some point I do expect us to go up. Then Lark Davis says TLDR of all the bullish US crypto news that came out in the last 24 hours. Sachs says Bitcoin reserve, top priority. Sachs says sovereign wealth fund may also buy crypto. Sachs wants to see a golden age for digital assets led by the USA. The Genius Act is to regulate stablecoins. And the SEC rolls out a list of pro-crypto priorities, such as token sales, security and commodity status, and staking and lending. So we have all this great news coming out, yet price is still hovering back down. I do think it just takes us one little flip of a switch. Maybe the Fed comes out and decides to cut, rates one more time this year. Instead of once, it's twice. Something like that has to flip where the market then can turn bullish, because right now we're just kind of drifting down. Now, the one thing that could be the spark is in 11 days from now, the FTX repayments start on the 18th of February. So much liquidity will flow into the market. So remember how FTX is repaying, people back? They're actually paying back 100 and I believe 18% of the initial value, but in USD terms. So obviously, if you held your crypto from the bottom, it'd probably be up a lot more, but you are getting paid out. I think it's around 118% of your crypto in USD. So there's going to be a lot of money for altcoin investors who are about to, get a bunch of money sent back to them. Hopefully, this is the spark that ignites the altcoin season. Then moving on, we have Messari and their Solana Q4 report. So Messari says, is Solana's Q4 the best in blockchain history? The chain GDP plus 213% to $840 million. The TVL hit $8.6 billion. The DEX volume was plus 150% to $3.3 billion daily. Liquid stake sold gained 33% to 11.2%. 18 Fire Dancer validators. Stablecoins plus 36% to 5.1 billion. Deepen, PayFi, and more. And also, Solana and Base continue to lead in developer activity and adoption. Sol continues to outperform Ethereum with an average of 800 transactions per second. We can see Sol is leading the way here. Sol is, having a bit of a tough time right now because of how much, how much supply overhang is coming. So right now, we are holding below this box on Solana, even though the price is, dropping a lot. We do have the supply overhang, which is on March 1st. There's about 23% increase in the Solana that's coming out. So, hundreds of millions of dollars of Solana is coming into the network. So that's not super bullish for Solana. There's a lot of, new supply coming out. But once that's over, I do expect us to continue higher and towards $300 at some point this year. But I do think with the, the overhang in now, 2 weeks from now, February is a pretty quick month. I do expect us to maybe come back down here towards the 160s area, reaccumulate around here. Whales buy a lot of Solana, especially with the sell-off. And then I do think we go higher towards $300 a little bit later, maybe in the second half of March after this big supply overhang is dealt with. AI is a $29 billion sector in crypto and growing fast. In this current market cycle, most of the high flyers are either infrastructure for AI or AI agents. Infrastructure are launchpads like Virtuals or GPU marketplaces like Render or Akash. And agents we've seen a lot like AIXBT or AI16Z. Both markets are growing fast and doing well compared to other alts, but few projects are both infrastructure and AI agents. One of these few that does both is Reploy. At $34 million, it's incredibly undervalued. Let's see why. Reploy has 3 of its own agents called Fissure, Coralis, and Lumit, hitting the market any day now. One is a trading agent, while others help with coding, app building, and smart contract creation. These agents will help supporting existing projects that need help without having to make significant AI or coding investments. It will allow more apps to get online faster and cheaper for developer teams. These agents enable teams to experiment more to find the successful apps they're looking for. The main AI infrastructure Reploy offers is its own LLM. That's a large language model as we see with OpenAI's O3 or O4 models, and Reploy's own LLMs are comparable. They have 2, Reploy 14b and Agentica 0.5b. Reploy 14b's reasoning score is an excellent 89%. That puts it higher than DeepSeek, but a little lower than OpenAI. Reasoning score is its ability to do complex mathematical reasoning. So these are excellent scores and a good example of what this model can do. And the big edge over DeepSeek and OpenAI is that these models can access real-time information that analyze blockchain data. And no other models we know of are training on blockchain data besides Reploy. Reploy has its own token called Rai, and unlike many projects, all 10 million tokens are in circulation. And until the huge liquidation event that happened in February, it was one of the market's best performers, and still at more than 3x in the last 3 months. Rai is now at the price it was 8 weeks ago, so it's a great time to check it out. To start using their agents or LLM to train your own data, check out their website linked down below. Then moving on, we have a clip of Charles Hoskinson, who is definitely meeting with the Trump administration, saying this.
I will never take a meeting just for a photo op. If I'm going to meet with somebody, it's because the meeting, the circumstances, the environment, all of these things are appropriately set up where we actually get some work done. Got to have dinner with them. Got to sit down for an hour or two. Got to have a real conversation. And there has to be a dialogue there where they actually care about what you think and that. So I've been very strategic about some of these meetings, and I let everybody do their photo ops and move their way through. But now the honeymoon is over and the work is starting to be done.
They also added, could Cardano become the blockchain of choice for the US government, including Doge? So if you remember, Charles Hoskinson even said this a couple weeks ago, said, well, I think this is a job for a triumvirate of Cardano, Bitcoin, and Midnight. Yo, Doge master Elon Musk, give us a call. We'll do it for free. So Musk is exploring blockchain use for the U.S. government efficiency effort. They want to put the U.S. Treasury on the blockchain so that it's very clear and transparent for everyone, because they've been doing a lot of digging and a lot of cutting of government expenses. And then TapTool says why the Department of Government Efficiency should consider Cardano. It's never been hacked, 0 downtime, scientific foundation with peer-reviewed research, 1 million transactions per second scalability potential, energy efficient proof of stake, decentralized and secure network built for long-term sustainability, and US-based leadership and incorporation in Wyoming. Then we also have TapTools saying Justin Cardano has also been added to the Coinbase 50 index, paving the way for greater institutional adoption. At the same time, Nala shares breaking the Cardano ETF is getting closer. The chances of approval just jumped from 10% to 45% on Polymarket. When the Cardano ETF gets news like XRP, don't be surprised if ADA hits $3 and beyond. So Cardano has jumped up in Polymarket. However, I will say it's not looking the strongest we are, but also the whole market's not looking great. We are holding at this level of support, but I do expect if this level doesn't hold, we're coming back down to this level around 60 cents. So if you are a Cardano holder or you want to buy at spot, either you wait for it to hold here, you want to see it go like this for a couple of days, and then you buy on maybe a higher low, and that's the key. But I do think we probably come down and fill these wicks. So I do think Cardano is coming back down here towards around 55 to 60 cents. I do think we will come down here and then continue higher later in a month or two or whatever it might be until the altcoins start going back up again. But I do think we probably do fill this wick in the short term, but I do think in the long term Cardano will go higher than these highs here at around $1.25. And then we have Portal, who is the only custodial-less cross-chain infrastructure for native Bitcoin, where you can swap Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, Ordinals, and Runes with other layer 1s or layer 2s, and is backed by Coinbase and OKX. Now, they shared that their Aurora testnet has reached the final line with incredible numbers for the community: 750,000 wallets, 11.65 million transactions, and 10,000 light nodes given away through bonus block. Now, they said, what did we learn? Demand was higher than what we were expecting, causing the Ethereum Sepulveda testnet to crash many times, and testnet tokens being drained on a consistent basis. A greater learning opportunity for the team and testnet of this scale. And light nodes were earned by those who were disciples of the jellyfish life, being a beacon of a community and a star in the Portal world. Now, what's next? The dev team is working hard to bring forth a V2 of the testnet with improved features, infrastructure, a new options to swap, and some exciting releases that the community can be hyped about. And then they shared this on February 3rd, saying Portal testnet V2 is live. So the leaderboard has been reset. We're wrapping up testnet V1 with 5,000 light nodes distributed to top participants. Testnet V2 starts fresh, new leaderboard, new competition, and new rewards. This time, we're running a single general leaderboard where sparks accumulate over the next 4 weeks. All rewards are distributed at the end of the event. More consistency and more fairness. And the more people hear about Portal to Bitcoin, the better. We're adding new social quests, and bonus sparks are up for grabs during community events in Discord, so keep an eye out. At the same time, we're making final tweaks as we roll out the on-chain tasks on our quest platform, so stay tuned for live updates. So Portal's V2 testnet is now live, which you can also check out, linked down below. And lastly, we have sentiment saying, with crypto taking a swing back down, Chainlink has stood out as a network with heavy key stakeholder dip buying. 1,659 daily 100,000 plus link transactions is the most since 2023, and 9,531 active wallets is the most in 4 weeks. When altcoins rebound, keep an eye on this asset. So Chainlink is seeing a lot of whale accumulation and whale transactions just going on as other coins are taking a dip. Then we have Dark, who says, I'm pretty sure that Link will hit 3 digits this cycle. Extremely undervalued. So he shares this chart, which is a graph sharing Link, which is in the Grayscale Trust, World Liberty Financial, a made in USA coin, and it's also in the Coinbase 50 index. And lastly, we have Chainlink saying the stage is set in America. What started as a niche movement is now turning into the next evolution of global markets. Chainlink is proud to support great crypto and DeFi organizations like 21 Shares, Aptos, Arbitrum, AVAX, Base, BitGo, Circle, Coinbase. They have a ton of different partners, and Chainlink is the one bringing it all together. Now, if we look at Link, Link has held up decently well, better than some coins, but I will say it is still under this level of support, so it's not something that we want to really touch just yet. You can see we are breaking down. We broke through this level of support. And so the next level that we kind of want to watch is around here, this level, which pretty much is at right now. This level, if it breaks down below this, I imagine we probably go to this next level of support here, which is around $15. So if we break through this level at around 18 down to, between $18 and $19, if we break through this level, I expect us to go down and fill this wick around $15, which would be a great long-term pickup, I believe. If you do get a chance to buy at spot, this is a great area for it to accumulate and go back up. But if the market turns around right now and we are a little bit more bullish, I do expect us to hold this line kind of around where we are right now at around $18 to $19. This is another potential zone. So kind of like with other things, if you want to buy maybe 30% here and maybe wait for another dip, put 70% in here. These are both great areas. Just depends on how the market turns around. If we get any good news, the thing about this kind of administration is Trump can say one thing one day and the market can take off or can dump. There's all kinds of news with tariffs and, wars and this and that. So it's very hard with this administration to know what's going to happen. We just need a new narrative to form. So that's kind of what we're waiting for right now. And that's why crypto is kind of boring right now. But at the flip of a switch, Trump could say one thing, or we could get some new piece of information, and then crypto could take off again. So you kind of got to stay in it and stay informed. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys on Monday.